Welcome to the first video in the Cadenza Design Guide series. Many embedded systems need to display text like status messages, sensor values, and more. In TouchGFX, this can be accomplished with the text area wildcards. We'll begin the project with a button and a standard text area widget. Here, I've expanded and centered the text area to accommodate variable lengths of text. To be able to edit this text area programmatically, I'll replace the default text with a wildcard, which can be added by using the plus icon on the Properties pane. I'll check the option to use a wildcard buffer, and then increase the buffer size to suit the maximum number of characters I expect to need. I'll also click the plus button in the window to create a default text value. We'll create an interaction to connect our button to some code. Create a button clicked interaction that calls a virtual function when button edit is clicked. Click on the Generate Code button in the bottom right. Let's move over to Visual Studio now. The code for our screen is in the Screen1 view file. TouchGFX will generate its code in the Screen1 view base files. We'll notice that it's created an empty implementation of the virtual function from our interaction. It also contains a constant for the wildcard size and the wildcard buffer itself. We can't edit the code in this class because it'll be overwritten by the designer next time the project is regenerated. So let's return to our Screen1 view class. We'll copy and paste the virtual function definition into the header, and then implement the method into the CPP file. To actually change the text, we'll call TouchGFX's special string copy routine. That's TouchGFX : Unicode : string copy. We'll add the name of the buffer array we saw earlier, which is always the widget name buffer. Next, we'll add the text we want to show, and then the size, which was also defined in the base class header. Finally, we can't forget to call invalidate on the text area. This will tell the rendering backend that it needs to redraw the rectangle containing the newly changed text. If you forget to call invalidate, some strange visual artifacts will occur. When we run our simulator and press the button, we notice something strange happens. Apart from this font size being a little too large, we see question marks in place of some of the characters. The characters of different fonts are converted into bitmaps or vectors at compile time. To save flash space, TouchGFX only automatically converts the characters of each font which are known at compile time. For example, the letters used in the title of this window. We'll need to tell TouchGFX ahead of time what other characters we might need. To do this, navigate to the Text's Typographies tab. Here, you'll see the question mark in the fallback character box. This will replace any character that isn't predefined, and can be changed to any character you'd like if you don't want the question marks. If we have single characters or symbols we know we need, we can add them in the wildcard characters box. We can also add entire ranges, such as the upper and lower cases of the alphabet. This can be done by typing capital A-Z, lowercase a-z. Before we go, we'll bump down the text size a bit too. Now, let's regenerate the code and try again. When we push the button, we can see that the text correctly sets all the characters and the exclamation mark. Let's go a little bit further with this. You can also use the snprintf and the snprintf floats functions of the TouchGFX Unicode library to set one or more string or numeric wildcard. Let's edit the text a bit and add a second wildcard. Now, we'll replace the call to string copy with a call to snprintf floats and snprintf. Notice that because we have two buffers now, the buffer names have 1 and 2 added to the ends of the names. We'll hard-code some substitution values here, but these could come from anywhere. Whoops! Can't forget to add the numeric ranges in the decimal to our wildcard ranges. And voila! Now the values display correctly. Here's a tip. If you're sure you'll use all the characters, or don't care about conserving flash space, you can add the entire ASCII range by adding 0x0-0x255 to the wildcard ranges box. Cadenza Design specializes in GUI development for embedded systems. We can help you bring your vision for your embedded user interface to life. Visit us at cadenza.design or email us hello@cadenza.design.